Namaskar, myself Dr. Shankar Shendge, Department of Botany, DP Bhosle College, Koregaon, Satara. Dear friends, I welcome you in this session. At the outset, I must thanks to the principal, head Department of Commerce and Management, head Department of Chemistry, and their team for organizing faculty development program on a very crucial topic, environmental and ecological perspective in current scenario. I also extend my sincere thanks to the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share my views in the respect of the water pollution in COVID-19 lockdown period. In this topic, we are going to study the types of pollution, sources of the pollution, and what is the impact of COVID-19 lockdown period in the water pollution. As we know, the our earth it will covered with the 71% of the water. Out of that, 97% of the water which is found in the sea or in the marine form, whereas only 3% of the water which is found as a fresh water. Out of this 3%, 87% of that water which is found in the form of ice, glaciers, underground water, as well as water found in the air in the form of vapors, and 13% of the water which is found in the surface area. It will contribute around 0.4% of the total water found on the earth. It will functions for different purpose like the domestic purpose, industrial purpose, in the agriculture, recreation, safety and security. As we see our body, out of the total weight, 70% of the weight which is occupied by the water and 30 to 40% of the bone mass. The water in our body, it will functions for the absorption of oxygen at alveoli, then control of the body temperature for changing environmental conditions, then it will found in the blood as a blood component, then digestion in kidney and intestine. If we see if there is alteration of the 10% of the body content, then it will create the health problem, and it will increase up to 20%, it will lead to the death of that person. As water pollution means any physical and chemical change in the water that adversely affect the health of human and other living organisms. The water pollution magnitude, it will varies from location to location. That water pollution, which is the global problem because of lack of disease free water in the earth. If you see the types of pollution, the first is the sewage pollution, means the release of water waste from the drains and sewers. It includes the human waste, soaps, detergents and the pollutants which are coming from the households. It will causes the two major environmental problems, that is the enrichment of the fertilization in the water channels, like the nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus. It will allows the low biological oxygen demand, increasing biological oxygen demand. Ultimately there is a reduction in the dissolved oxygen, and the amount of oxygen needed for microorganism to decompose the biological waste, it will become less, and there is spoilage of this water body. Then sewage eutrophication, then oligotrophic and eutrophic lakes. If we see in the oligotrophic lakes, there is enrichment, clear water, then the light which is penetrate up to the bottom of the that water body, and there is growing of the small and microorganisms in that oligotrophic lake. Whereas in case of the eutrophic lake, there is a slow flowing stream lake estuary, it will allows the increasing the nutrient content, and because of that there is spoilage of that particular water channel. It will leads to the decrease in the microorganisms and other aquatic animals. Then disease causing agents which is found in the that water channel because of the infectious organism that causes disease, it will originate in the waste of the infected individuals. The common disease causing agents which are growing in these water channels that leads to the typhoid, cholera, bacterial dysentery, polio and other infectious hepatitis or other diseases because of the disease causing agents which are growing because of the water pollution. The sediment pollution, if we see the excessive amount of suspended soil particles, it will originate because of the erosion of agriculture land, forest soils exposed by logging, then degraded stream banks, overgrazed rangelands, strap mines and construction. It will lead to the limit of light penetration, and because of this sediment they will cover the body of aquatic animals and plants and brings to the insoluble toxins into the waterway. It will lead to the decreasing the aquatic population. Then inorganic plants and algal nutrients which is increased because of chemicals such as nitrogen and phosphorus that stimulates the growth of plants and algae, which is harmful in large concentration. The sources of these inorganic chemicals which comes from the plants and animal wastes, plant residues, atmospheric decomposition and fertilizer runoff from the agriculture. It will lead to the enrichment of these nutrients. It will create the bad odor and low high oxygen biological oxygen demand, and ultimately the low dissolved oxygen. The organic compounds like the chemicals that contain carbon atoms includes the sugars, amino acids, oils, pesticides, solvents, industrial chemicals and plastics which are used in the agricultural purpose. It will used in the higher amount, then it will run off with this water and mixed into the water channel. It will pollute the that water body. The inorganic chemicals contaminants that contain the elements other than the carbon such as acids, salts and heavy metals, they will not easily degrade. The major example like the lead which is found in the old paints, industrial pollutants and leaded gasoline. Then the mercury which is the bioaccumulation accumulates in the muscles of the top predators of an ocean, means these inorganic chemicals also leads to the water pollution. There are many radioactive substances which contains the atom of unstable isotopes that spontaneously emits radiation. The sources of these radioactive substances which are coming from the mining, then processing radioactive material for different purposes, then the use of nuclear power plants and natural resources. It will create the radioactive substances. It will also pollute the water channels. Then the thermal pollution, in that the hot water which is released into the water channels after industrial uses, then it will affect the increasing temperature of that water channel. It will lead to the affect the reproductive cycle of the aquatic animal, digestion rates and respiration rate. The warm water holds less dissolved oxygen than the cold water, means it ultimately leads to the lowering the population of the aquatic animals. Then there are various sources of the water pollution. The major source is the municipal water pollution or the sewage pollution, means whatever different chemicals which are using like the zinc from weathering of aging pipes, then copper, then used motor oils, organic waste from the garbage and animal waste, then the nitrogen and phosphorus which are used in the agriculture purpose. Finally, the overuse of these chemicals, it will enter into the water body, and finally it will lead to the water pollution. Then the industrial waste, there are various industries, they are related to agriculture, then the paints or cosmetics, and the pulp. These industries, after use of these chemicals, they are releasing these waste directly into the water channel, and it will lead to the pollution of that water body. Also the groundwater pollution, which is occurred due to the agriculture use or excessive use of the various fertilizers, and from the industrial waste, these chemicals, they will leaching into the ground, and it will pollutes the groundwater. Now, what is the impact of COVID-19 lockdown in the water pollution? If we say coronavirus is Earth's vaccine and we are the virus, there are many examples which is showing positive impact of this lockdown, which is allowed in the worldwide. That is, one of the example is the Grand Canal in Italy, where the COVID-19 crippled the whole nation, turns clear, and reappearance of the many aquatic species in the bank of these coasts. In India, almost 40 million liters of the wastewater enters into the river and other water bodies. Out of these, only 37% of the water, wastewater, which is adequately treated. In India, there are also many examples. It will show the remarkably improvement in the water quality, like the Ganga river, which is remarkably improved during the lockdown period. Same is the situation in the river which is flowing through the New Delhi, Yamuna, which also improved their water quality. Means also the water quality of the coastal areas of the Mumbai, which is also improved. Means almost all water bodies on the earth got drastically improved due to the lockdown period. With the lockdown rendering the world less crowded, animals that are usually seen only on the television screens and the jungles, they are seemed to be making themselves quite at home in urban areas. This is the pictures. It will show the pollution which is found in before the lockdown period. Yamuna river, it will show the floated foam as well as garbage in the river, whereas after lockdown period, the river Yamuna, it will show the clear and clean water in the river. In the conclusion, an important question is here: do we really want such changes to happen at the cost of pandemic, or is there an opportunity to reconsider our development paradigm, lifestyle, and economic pursuits so that there is less impact on our planet? Unanimously, synergy for absolute symbiosis between the nature and human being is the need of the hour. Thank you.